copper held near the $6 per pound level on the COMEX benchmark screen, and scrap markets followed with a flat session. Hi, Carol from ScrapMonster here with your daily scrap metal market briefing for Monday, March 2nd, 2026. All prices reflect prior day closing levels. On the exchange side, copper futures remain relatively steady heading into the February 27th close, trading in a narrow range without a decisive breakout. On the ScrapMonster price index, copper scrap was flat across the board. Now here's the important part. Going into this session, the prior day had shown mixed price movements across metals. Copper had firmed slightly, aluminum showed modest strength, and stainless had softened. That kind of mixed tape often creates neutral sentiment the following day. At the same time, international spot markets, particularly in Asia, were reporting subdued physical trading activity. When physical demand is quiet and there's no new macro catalyst, futures markets tend to consolidate rather than trend. So copper didn't weaken, but it also didn't gain fresh momentum. That brings us to aluminum. On the exchange side, aluminum futures were also steady, reflecting broader calm across base metals. On the ScrapMonster price index, aluminum scrap was flat across all major categories, all unchanged. Globally, there were no reported supply disruptions, no new tariff headlines, and no fresh macro data shocks in that 26-27 window. Market commentary from that week described metals broadly as stable and range-bound. When both the macro backdrop and fiscal trade flows are quiet, aluminum scrap typically mirrors that tone. Now let's move on to brass and bronze. Brass and bronze pricing tracks underlying copper and zinc benchmarks. Both base metals were trading sideways during that period. On the ScrapMonster price index, brass and bronze categories were steady, no variation. Stainless steel scrap grades, including 304 and 316 solids and turnings, were stable. Nickel, the primary stainless input, did not experience a sharp directional move during that session. Without a clear signal from nickel or steel demand indicators, stainless scrap remained unchanged. Ferrous scrap followed the same pattern, all flat. There were no reported mill buying programs or regional bid adjustments that would have altered pricing into close. Here's what that overall pattern suggests. The previous day's mixed movement neutralized momentum. International spot activity was described as sluggish. No macro catalyst, no rate surprise, no geopolitical shock, no supply disruption. Nothing emerged in that 48-hour window. Traders appear to be positioning cautiously rather than initiating new directional bets. In short, this reads as routine positioning in a calm market environment. Flat does not mean weak, it means balanced. On days like this, execution matters more than market direction. Clean sorting, rate separation, and contamination control protect margins when the tape isn't doing the work for you. So as of February 27, copper was flat, aluminum was flat, brass and bronze was flat, stainless was stable, and steel was unchanged. A broad pause across North American scrap categories. Prices reflect prior day closing levels and can vary by region and load quality. For real-time pricing, full grade coverage, and market tools, visit ScrapMonster.com. And for the broader directional analysis and macro outlook, check out our weekly report that just came out on Friday. Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back tomorrow for today's prices. Have a great day.